Hi people, it's me Tristan and we're back with the Highlander. We start off painting the hair and it's plague brown, and the reason why I use plague brown is because I'll be washing the hair anyways, so this allows me to skip the highlighting part. Usually when you paint hair, the easiest way is just to dry brush the hair. I really didn't want to dry brush the model. And now I take black and start painting the accessories on him, like the pouch on his belt front and the bayonet scabbard on the side. And as the model is colorful enough, little details like this, if you paint them black, you don't have to highlight, just keep it black and it'll look nice. Now I do the eyes and other black details here and there, like the feather and the hat and other bits and bobs, also including the belt and the weapon. As I said before, the model itself is pretty colorful and it has all those patterns on it, like the tartan and stuff like that, so solid black details here and there really help to bring it out there, offer the contrast. Now we go on to the white parts. I start off with off-white. It's a good color. It's really difficult to choose the wash if you're thinking about painting white, so I found that the easiest way is actually not wash it at all, just give it off-white base coat and then later on just highlight it with pure white and it'll look fine enough. Now I'll be doing the white details, like the buttons on the front and also the lapels. I believe these are buttons as well, and there are stripes on the lapels. Just giving them this white stripes on it really helps and makes it pop. And luckily on this model, all those label like stripes and buttons have been sculpted in, I mean. And so it's really not that big of a problem to get them on there. Here I do the eyes, because eyes are important in my opinion. And as I said before, now I just go a highlight up the socks. So this is how I paint wood and most of my muskets. I just give them the beastie brown base coat. We'll continue with that later, but now we go back to the socks. And I start off with blood red and I do those bandages or whatever you call them around the top part of the socks to keep them up probably. And then I go and start with the pattern on the socks and I use Scab Red. I'm not sure if that code for the Vallejo color is right, but I think you really need to do those stripes if you do Highlanders. It just makes them look a bit better. And as you see, I use a really fine brush. I make those stripes pretty thin, and I really don't mind if I mess something up. The stripes are fairly thin. You might have seen my basing for muskets and tomahawks figures, so the base will be covered with grass tufts and stuff, so you won't notice it hopefully. And then I go back with black, doing the boots. And now I go back to the wood painting, so I just give it a wash of dark brown all over and let it dry. And the next part you can skip, but I find it in black stripes. I paint them on there with a fine brush, really make the skin and the white socks be different. This is the final stage of painting wood, just leather brown stripes. Of course you could giving it a way finer details, but I find it that it's sufficient enough just to pull on some stripes. And now I take light brown wash from coated arms and just cover the reds, and that's it. And this is how I do all of my muskets and tomahawk bases. I just cover it with Cayman green, and all the stones I paint up as with field gray. Those are the base coats for the base. And then I go on and use gunmetal to paint up all the metallic parts. In this case it's only on the musket, the bayonet and stuff. And then my most trusty helpful helper, the super black wash from Coated Arms, and I just wash the whole base and the whole of the metallic parts. And after the wash is dried, I go over with the metallic paints just to highlight up some of the parts, and I go back to the base and use field gray to highlight up the stone. I use black to paint the base trim, and then highlight the stone up with Cryx Bane highlight. Now I'm done with the painting. I matte varnish the whole model and then add the grass tufts and meadow flowers to the base. And here it is, it's finished, it's all finished. And here's a unit of Highlanders with the colors and stuff. So I hope this was somehow helpful or entertaining. Thank you for watching, keep it safe, and I'll talk to you in the next one.